So I just learned something about my truck today. So this is the original right here, and this is the replacement. But this is the replacement for the American version. This is the Japanese version. So just so you know how to tell if you have a Japanese 4Runner or if you have a US built 4Runner is in the VIN code. So the very first digit of the VIN will be a J if it's Japanese, and it's going to be a 1 or a 4 as the first number if it's an American made. What's going on, everybody? I hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. I know I did. Me and the dogs, we're gonna go for a little ride. It's not too hot right now. My car doesn't have AC, so I try not to take them for a ride. Try not to take them for a ride too much because it gets really hot in my car because it's black and all. But yeah, we're gonna go and get me a Red Bull, and they're not gonna get a Red Bull, but I'm gonna get a Red Bull, and yeah, take this car out for a ride. Okay guys, so today we are actually going to be working on Goldie. So she needs a new power steering pump right there, and she just leaks. I think the sensor in the back has gone bad, and you can see all the fluid that gets everywhere from it. So some of that's the valve cover right there, but some of all of this stuff is the power steering pump. You can see it all along right there. That's the power steering pump. And so what we're going to do is, there ain't, but I think a remanufactured one's like $75 with like a $20 core. So, you know, I just got to spend about $95 with some tax. Go ahead and replace this because it's gonna be a sad day, but I'm getting rid of Goldie. I'm gonna sell her. She's been a great truck, but you know, I don't drive her that much, and I could potentially trade her for another truck or sell her, which is the goal I'm kind of hoping for. But yeah, it's time for her to go to a new home, and I've had some interest in it. Like, some people have been interested in it, so I think it's just time. And yeah, I just want to go ahead and fix that power steering pump though, because I don't want, I never want to sell a vehicle that doesn't have properly working parts. So I want to go ahead and fix that. And then also when I did these right here, if you remember my very first video of the channel completely, this right here I had sealed off, and I believe it's leaking right here. I felt some air coming here, so I need to pop these off and go ahead. And I actually used pennies up in there at one point, but I think I'm gonna try to find something a little bit better. I might reuse pennies. I might double stack the pennies and use some ultra copper or something with it, just to kind of plug those holes, because the pennies fit perfect. I mean, they were the perfect fit, but I think I used some red silicone, so I need to just get some ultra copper, because ultra copper is actually what you use in that situation. So I'm gonna pick that up too, and we're gonna get this thing squared away. That's really about the only issue that this truck has. And yeah, gonna get her squared away and get rid of her. So let's get it started. Okay, so the goal today is to replace the power steering pump here, and as you can see, all the leaking that has been taking place. So I want to go ahead and take care of that. As you see, I've already removed the belt. That was done, or that was made possible by loosening this bolt. Let's see if you can get you a good shot of that one right down up in there, that one. So you loosen that one up, and you also loosen this bolt up right here, and then you can just bump it down until you're able to get the belt off, and boom, you're good to go. Then you just have to finish going ahead and removing that bolt, but you also have to remove this pulley as well. So you're gonna have to hold on to this somehow and knock that loose. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that just yet, but you'll see. I think it might be easy to come off, so we're gonna find out. Don't remember, it's been a while since I've had that off. Okay, a lot of editing there. Let's see what size she is. Nope. Let's go on to 17. You know, it's probably easier to get this loose when you don't have, you know, when you have the belt still on. Oh, there we go. That was easy. But if you've never had this off, it could be easier just to go ahead and loosen it up while you still have the belt tension on there. So that's one less thing for you to have to deal with. Now I just gotta knock that off here. That's why I bought the big wrench. Let's see. I gotta wait off. Here we go. Boom. And she's off. All right. So now that she's off, what we can do is we can remove this bolt. As you know, I've already loosened it. All the way out. We'll sit that back here. And I need to get a wrench on here. And I gotta figure out what size wrench that is. And let's see what else we gotta do. We gotta get loose this one. And yeah, this part of that line. Yep, and we gotta get this bolt off down here too. But it might be easier just to go ahead and remove these bolts right here, because that one is kind of hard to get to, just because it's on the back side there. And then you got this little vacuum assist sensor, whatever, right there. And just so I don't lose the keyway here, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this thing out. And instead I just dropped it, so I'm like, I'm gonna take it off so I don't lose it, and then I drop it. It's probably down there. Whatever, the new one comes with one. Whatever. Alright, so like I was saying, I need to get this. I don't think that these are actually gonna hold it. Yeah, I didn't think so. And I don't think this is gonna get up in there and hold it either. No. This is too big or too small. That is not the right way to go about it. Alright, some fluid is about to pour out of here. That means I'm gonna do a lot of cleaning. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. Huh. I expected a lot more than that. This thing was leaking, so like I said, it's been leaking pretty bad. Hang on, guys, I gotta move you. Okay, so we got her out. So you need to find this sensor right here. That's something I need to find, because as you can see, mine are broke off. And yeah, I don't know what the name of that part is exactly. I tried looking for it at AutoZone when I was there getting the pump. I just didn't, yeah, they didn't know, they didn't see it and all this stuff, and I didn't know what it was called or anything to even search it. So, but we'll figure that out. What we need to do right now is go ahead and clean up everything that's going to be reused on the old pump, and yeah, so we can go ahead and get everything back in there. I'll take this off. I might see about kind of like sealing it up or something like that, just temporarily, so that nothing's coming out right here. And yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that everything's good here. So I just learned something about my truck today. So this is the original right here, and this is the replacement. But this is the replacement for the American version. This is the Japanese version. So just so you know how to tell if you have a Japanese 4Runner or if you have a US built 4Runner is in the VIN code. So the very first digit of the VIN will be a J if it's Japanese, and it's going to be a 1 or a 4 as the first number if it's an American made. So just a little information that I'm dropping on you right there. So I have the wrong pump. I'm gonna go see if they have one. All right, so I got the right one now. This is the Japanese model power steering pump, and yeah, first off, I'm missing a piece that I didn't realize I needed. It goes on the very back here. So I'm hoping that doesn't matter, but I don't have it. So I might have to run up to AutoZone and get that piece off of the other one since it's still up there. Okay, so got it all nice and put back together. I ended up going back up to AutoZone and picking up that piece that I was saying that I didn't realize didn't come with the new one. So I got that put on so that way it's not missing. Got this bracket back on, got my reservoir back on, and yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and install this back in place and go ahead and get her filled up and bled. Okay, so I have, as you can see, I have it installed. I have the belt in place. It's nice, and as you can see, it's got some good tightness to it. I did not reuse the brass ones. These are the new ones. Always use the new ones, new brass crush washers. So also, whenever you're doing these pumps, there's an O-ring on the bottom of this reservoir. It comes in the kit. Replace it. Don't just think that it's gonna be fine, because it flattened out, and when you reinstall it, it's gonna leak, just so you know. Let's see, really, that's, I mean, when you're tightening this thing up, you'll be able to go all the way up over here, but just go till it looks level and flat, and it'll have good tension on it. And then just, you know, tighten down your screw right here like we talked about, like that when we were taking it off. Tighten down that one, and then tighten down the one, you know, right back right there, if you can see that, and do that one, and that will get you nice and tight. Crazy thing, it's called the what is it called, the air valve control for this power steering pump. That one little bitty solenoid, or like solenoid sensor type thing, is $132. It's this big, and the entire pump itself was only $66. So that's crazy, you know, it's crazy. So I got that taken care of. I went ahead and retightened this down after I got the belt nice and tight. That way it had some tension on it as I was trying to tighten it up. I filled it with automatic transmission fluid. I found that that's what it likes, so that's what I'm gonna run. I always like to run automatic transmission fluid anyways. I like it. So and, I mean, I'll show you what I'm using. I mean, it's just multi-vehicle automatic transmission fluid. Now I do believe in the right coolant. This one has the pink coolant for Toyota, so I do believe in that. But let's crank her up and see us. And we're gonna have to bleed the system, which is really easy to do, which, since we're gonna be bleeding the system, pop that lid loose so it has some air. Oh, but let me install this battery first. All right, let's crank her up. All right, so I got her on. So the thing that I've always done for bleeding the system on these things is to turn the wheel from lock to lock. And what you really want to do is not hit the lock. So you want to go all the way to it but not hit it, which can be difficult. You're gonna have to figure out where the lock is. Okay, so the problem I was having was that I was in the grass, and because I have those really grippy tires, they were really gripping pretty good, and so it wasn't allowing it to, it was gripping so good, and And since the power steering pump was actually still fresh, I needed to be either take the wheels off the ground, or what I did was actually put it in the gravel, which will actually give pretty well, and yeah, which will actually allow me to fully bleed the system. Now, if you don't have gravel or whatever, because gravel kind of gives and whatnot, your best bet is to go ahead and jack it up off the ground and try it that way, because yeah, if you don't do that, it's gripping too well. So now I can sit there and just want to turn it. We're just trying to bleed all the air out of the system that we got. So that's all I'm doing. So I'm gonna keep sitting here bleeding this, and yeah, when I get done, I'll come back to you. Okay, so I went ahead and I topped off the reservoir again because my system was leaking so bad that it had drained a lot of the fluid out, and I was really just using manual. It wasn't even power. But now, if you'll listen, no more squeaks. All the way from lock to lock. And, sorry. As you can see, no more squeaks. All the way from lock to lock. And so there we go. She is good to go. She's been needing this for a while, and whoever gets her will be pleased to know that her power steering is not leaking. So she is good to go now. Yeah. Now I just need to let it cool off, because I gotta get up in there and fix something right here. You can feel the air coming out right here. So I gotta get that, I gotta pop that loose real quick, and yeah, fix that up real quick. It won't take long, but I'll show you that too. What's up, everybody? So while I was waiting, I needed to let the headers cool off before I was just gonna sit there and touch them. But I went ahead and washed her. I ain't seen her this clean in so long. Ooh, look at her. She is clean. I mean, y'all saw her a minute ago. She was pretty dang dirty. And I mean, I got all of it. I mean, I even got up on the roof. Not a fantastic, I mean, it's really hard to get up there. But yeah, I mean, she is so much cleaner. I'm so pleased. Whoever gets her is gonna get a very nice vehicle here. I need to take that thrush sticker off. It doesn't have a thrush anymore. It's got a MagnaFlow. So yeah, what it is, now that I've let it cool off and I've actually, let's see here. So it was this one right here. Yeah, and it's loose. This right here, I'm able to just and then drop it is what I'm able to do. I'm able to unscrew it and then drop it. But so basically this is what I have here, and it's leaking. So I'm gonna see if I can't do a better job of this. Cracker! Cracker! It's so wet over here now. So we'll pull this out. Oh, so it looks like it was sealing up nicely. It was sealing up nicely, it just was loose. I just need to tighten it up some, or a lot. So I feel like I could take that out though. I don't think I really need that, because it's, yeah, I'm just gonna put this in. My feet are so wet. All right, so see that little hole right there? That's where this is going. I just need to tighten her all the way down. I guess she came loose or something at some point. Take this other one too while I'm at it. Alright, so I've gotten it tight as I can by hand. Now I gotta remember what I did with the pliers that were able to get it off. You know, I bet I have them already over here. No? What did I do with them? They're not here, where everything's wet. I wonder if I put them in here. Yep, okay. So what seems to fit is the 1-inch, big 1-inch one right here. Works fantastic. So what we're looking at is right here. So we're gonna just tighten her up. Oh yeah, she's starting to tighten up now. There we go. Now let's see. The other one is right up in here. You probably can't see her, so I'm just gonna see if I can't tighten her up. Oop, and she does tighten up some more. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and. So I got to tighten that one up also. It's really hard to do with one hand. So sorry guys, but I'll come right back. All right. So now that that's taken care of, let's crank her up and see how she sounds now. She doesn't have an exhaust leak sticking out this, you know, coming from the engine bay. I thought I heard something. Oh yeah. Yep, and I don't feel no more air coming out there. Everything looks good here. Yeah. No more leaky pump. No more leaky exhaust manifold. Man. I gotta put that in here. Oh, I feel so accomplished today. Like I actually did something. Ow. So, hey, if you learned something today, if you learned how to do the pump or something, if you just enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way. Every subscriber counts. So, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.